And turn is advanced.
Indeed it has. Let us commence with the watching, yes?
I'm watching.
Alright.
7 Caribbean islands.
This doesn't bode well.
Oh,
Oh,
he killed your stack. No.
I can't buy a first move in this game, man. You lost 2 in Zambia, Zimbabwe. That's a little unlucky.
Oh, he just moved everything back?
Yes.
Why did he put 7 guys there?
Oh.
Oh, well.
Well, it's because he was thinking I might move to Brazil. Actually, it turns out I should have moved to Brazil. It turns out that would have been a better course of action because I would have totally killed him in Venezuela. He would have just rammed into me and died. But I wasn't going to take that risk. And unfortunately, my guys in Caribbean are looking a little stupid right now.
A little bit.
Ha! I'm here. I have Caribbean. What are you gonna do now?
There's nobody in either Congo or East Africa.
I don't know if they're in Africa at all. Then
They might not.
hasn't. I think Mkonyn's only placed 7. So he would have to have. Let's see. He placed 11 when he had Brazil. Although in that case, he could have had, you know, whatever. Because he also had Southern South America. Wait, no, he didn't. No, wait. That was turn 6. No, he must have had a 3 bonus, right?
Not necessarily.
On turn 6.
He could have finished Brazil. That was turn 6.
Turn 7, he places 14 to Brazil.
He should have had all 3 bonuses by that point.
Oh, yeah. 4. Let's see. Let's look at this. 7 to Amazonas.
That was probably when he finished it. Because he would have had 10 income.
Well,
so he would have finished the last spot in Brazil to go up to 14 income.
No, he had 3 spots to take. North Brazil, Northeast Brazil, and Southeast Brazil.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, because he took Amazonas with a large stack. The other guys would... they'd need to go to Southeast Brazil together, I guess. I mean, let's look at this from the start here, real quick. All right. So first turn, what would he do?
North sir.
No, he'd probably work on his other. Well, it depends. If it was a 3, he'd work on South America first.
Oh, if it was a 3, he'd go to the other one because you can't get in 2 turns.
That's not what I mean.
You can't guarantee it.
That's not what I mean. Anyway, if he went for the 3 in Southern South America first, he would go for North Mkonyn, sir.
Well, obviously.
That's what I meant. No, I meant if he chose to go for the 3 bonus first. Yeah. That is sort of obvious. Whatever. He would go to North Mkonyn, sir, finish it on the 2nd turn. Gosh. And then
assume he's just working on Brazil.
Turn
2, turn 3. He takes Amazonas and subtropical Brazil. Turn 4, he takes West Central, Southeast, and North Brazil.
Oh, what about turns 3? Turn 3, if he just worked on Brazil after finishing South America?
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't do it like that. No. He'd try and finish his other bonus first. Just because you wouldn't work on Brazil immediately after finishing only one of your bonuses.
Well, then this doesn't make any sense. He must have another 3 bonus.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You're trying... Oh, I see.
I'm trying to get him to 11 income on turn 6, assuming he also deployed 7 on turn 5. This only makes sense if he is working on south. No, even then.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out too. Okay, so let's assume from two different perspectives. Let's assume he finishes Northwest Africa at the end of turn 2. Let's assume that for argument's sake.
He would already be in North Connoisseur.
Exactly, so he would
So
place...
on turn 3, he would be putting that enough there to probably finish the entire thing.
Possibly, although he'd be hitting with 3 3s.
2 3s.
Or 2 3s and a 4, yeah.
And if you got really good leftovers, maybe only 1 3.
No, that's not possible. 8.
If he maybe only needed to deploy 4 in Northwest Africa on turn 2, he would have had an extra guy to put over there.
True. Very good point. I think he probably did do that. Something like that.
So he would have had an 80% chance of finishing Southern South America on turn 3. Turn 4, he takes Amazonas and subtropical Brazil. Well, maybe southwest central Brazil. And then turn 5, he finishes, well, another... No, because he only deploys 11 the next turn, so he doesn't finish it until turn 6. Okay, yeah, that does make sense then.
So if he did what?
If he has another 3 bonus
you lost
somewhere.
Me. So he could still be in Northwest Africa then.
Yes.
Hmm.
And then, so the next turn he deployed 14, so he put 1 guy somewhere else. Oh, hold on one sec. One thing this doesn't make sense with is where's all his leftovers from Brazil? We don't see any of them.
Oh, you're right.
When you take North Brazil and West Central Brazil, you see no leftovers at all. He must have already had it. I think he might have... No, oh my god, this doesn't make any sense.
Wait, he did do it. He did have leftovers.
Where?
Turn 7.
Oh, 1 from there. Okay, I missed those. I was going by too quickly. Okay. So that
right.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense with him, but then he would have finished it on turn 5 and not turn 6. Because he would have had to get the leftovers back to North Brazil.
That's unlikely that he would be able to finish it on turn 5.
Well, it doesn't make sense otherwise. Where his leftovers would be placed. They wouldn't be in North Brazil and West Central Brazil unless he had already finished it the turn before and could move them back. Or 2 turns before, actually.
No, he moved them on turn 7.
Yeah, so he must have finished it on turn 5.
Oh.
Because turn 6, he had to move them from northeast Brazil and southeast Brazil back to those territories.
Well, let's see. Turn 8. What did we see here? Well, it's possible he could have finished 2 of them, but not finished the whole thing because he lost a take in, like, southeast Brazil or something.
Okay, hold on. Let's assume that he
started
started in southern South America and a 2 bonus and did not start expanding the 2 bonus. I don't see another way that he could have gotten Brazil on turn 5 unless he ignored his other bonus. 2 turns, he finishes South America. Turn 3, he takes Amazonas and West Central Brazil. That's on turn 3. Turn 4, he gets North Brazil, subtropical Brazil, and southeast Brazil. Then turn 5, he puts 7 against you, and his other 1 income is what he needs to finish northeast Brazil. So then he's up to 11 income.
I can see that.
The issue, though, is with this,
his leftovers don't make sense.
Well, this makes his leftovers make sense.
No, it doesn't.
What doesn't make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense.
How does that not make sense?
Well, if he took northeast Brazil at that point, then his leftovers would be together. There's no reason for him to divide. He split them up for delay. No, there's no need for delay because he didn't delay. He would have kept them together. He would have moved them.
Well, he used them the next turn for delay. On turn 7. He moved both of them first, and then after that is when he attacked Venezuela.
Turn 6?
Turn 7.
Turn 7, they wouldn't be split up at that point, though. He would be splitting them up on that turn. You see what I'm saying? He wouldn't split them up for turn 5 because...
Why not? He had no
for
reason
turn
not to.
6. Because he wasn't delaying.
Some people have a forethought, you know.
There's no. How does that help? I don't know. That just seems strange to me. I would keep them together.
But
in West
anyways,
Central
one
Brazil.
other big problem with this is that's him getting Brazil. I don't know if he could finish. Well, he could have. He only needed probably 4 income to finish his other bonus. Yeah, I think that's what he did.
You think that he took Brazil before working on his other bonus? But
no, it's still iffy. He must have gotten like perfect leftovers
for him to do that. I don't know. I don't think it's likely that he had Brazil.
He must have, because on turn 7 he deployed 14 income.
Yeah, on turn 7, but turn 6 he didn't need to have.
But turn 6 he deployed 11.
Turn 6 he could have had a 3 bonus.
If he had guys, and if he had just finished Northeast Brazil on turn 6, turn 7 his guys would not be in North Brazil. They would be in Northeast Brazil. His leftovers. Because he would have just been moving them out.
Wait,
his leftovers don't make sense if he did that.
Wait, aren't we missing a turn here? What if he finished taking Brazil? Oh wait, I see what you're saying. What if he had enough leftovers to take Brazil on turn 6?
Then, unless North Brazil was the last territory that he took, it doesn't make sense.
So we're thinking he doesn't have a 3 then. He does have a 2.
That's what makes the most sense to me with trying to calculate this. Unless I'm mixing something up somewhere. The thing is that when he deployed 14, I don't see any reason why he would put one guy somewhere else. Assuming that he has a 3 bonus, he would put one guy somewhere else. And then the next turn he deployed 11, he would have 12 income, so he would be deploying one guy somewhere else. And then last turn,
if he had I see what you're saying.
So he would be deploying one guy somewhere else. Where are these random single guys?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you wouldn't place 1-1-1 in consecutive turns like that elsewhere, just because there's no reason for that, unless you're just trying to deceive your opponent intentionally, which would be impressive.
That would like I could understand it if he was using them to reinforce guys from next door, from a territory next door, and then first move get it in there as an extra guy, and then it's a single delay.
But he wouldn't have leftovers to do that for 3 consecutive turns. It would just be placing one additional guy elsewhere that's not doing anything. He's literally just sitting there for this moment, for a turn, waiting on more guys so he can attack a territory. So that doesn't make sense. There's no way he would do that. You're right. So I guess he must have a 2 bonus. So if he has a 2 bonus, we know he's not in Central Africa.
He must be in either North U.S., Yakutia, or Alaska, I think.
Yeah. And we could also say, since Evandariel's been expanding pretty clearly, he shouldn't be in Africa either, should he? I don't think so. If Mkonyn's not in Africa, I don't think Evandariel's in Africa either. Because he should have finished Central Africa by now. We know he hasn't finished East Africa or North Africa yet, because we can see those.
Evandariel's been slowly expanding almost every turn now. 2 guys gone. He only deploys 6, and then he only deploys 6, and then
he would deploy.
So he's been putting guys elsewhere to expand. Yeah, I don't think he's in Africa because he would have finished. We would have either spotted him in Mediterranean, Algeria, or Central Africa by now.
2-8. Yeah, I think he probably... Who used the card last turn?
You did.
No, for
Oh.
them.
Did they even have a card?
I thought so. I think they took a territory every single turn. I mean, also keep in mind that the turn you took Sumatra, he finished his other bonus.
Yeah.
Or actually, I guess he could have done it before that. 6. Or this was for turn 4. I see. Alright. Yeah, he finished it the same turn you took Sumatra. Turn 5, he placed everything in Philippines, went to Taiwan, and blockaded Philippines with what was left behind.
Yeah.
Turn 6, we see him move into Henan with 14.
Yeah, I think they've gotten a card piece every turn.
Yeah. So, oh wait. Did Mkonyn miss a piece? I don't think he did. He took Peru on time to give him a card piece there. If I had gone to Peru first, rabble.
Yeah.
Then he placed 14 in Amazonas. And took Venezuela. And then turn 8, he broke into Caribbean. Yeah, they got a card apiece every single turn.
Yep. Okay, so it might have been Evandariel using the card to expand. Because he only deployed 6 against you. So that's 7 guys elsewhere. So we need to assume that he finished whatever bonus he's working on. Probably another 3 bonus. So he might be up to 11 income.
Well, let's make sure he could take it first.
Or he might be 10.
If he what would he have in Taiwan? Let's say Philippines. Okay, let's say he deploys 10 up there, attacks Taiwan with 8. Or wait, no. He deploys 13 in Philippines. I'm sorry. 13 in Philippines, attacks Taiwan with 10. He has 9.
Well, 8 that can attack.
Yeah, not 8 that can attack. 8 plus 8. He would since he'd have leftovers by that point, he could only place 1 to attack whatever he needed to attack with elsewhere. So he would just deploy 7 to Taiwan, so he could hit with 14 to Henan. Well, 8. I guess you'd only need 6 at that point. Okay.
Depends if he lost. Depends on his leftovers. You know, if he lost 2, then he would need to deploy that 7.
Yeah, true. But either way, we know he could take another territory on turn 6, and I think he did.
Yeah, and then turn 7, we only see 6 of his income.
So he took another
territory. Turn 7, we see 8. Maybe if he had enough leftovers, he could get a territory.
Possibly, I doubt it.
And then turn 9, we only see 6, so that's 7 income that he could use to finish the bonus.
Yeah, so
he could definitely have it.
Well, it's tough to finish.
Let's see.
Ooh, how would you do, like, the Canadas? How would you expand there? Those are rough.
This South Canada is such a long take.
Well, it's also because of Ontario having the 4, and East Canada's South Quebec having the 4. It's like, for him to take those, he would have had to... his leftovers would be out of position too. I mean, this is pretty rough expansion. If you take East Canada, your leftovers would be on the right side, where you can't get to the other. You can't use those guys effectively for the first turn or 2. If you took South Canada, your guys would be on the west side. You'd have to go into Alaska or something, or West US. It's really looking rough for a Canadian expansion.
Yeah, he might have worked on either South US or Greenland if he went with East Canada, and if he's going with South Canada, he might have finished Alaska.
Yeah, that would... Oh, that's rough, though. You have to work on Alaska? Well, if you're going to work on Alaska, that's rough, too. You got to go... Anchorage is the 4. So you're tough no matter what you do. It's a hard life for the Canadians.
Alaska is American. Cough, cough.
Well, no, for expanding,
I know.
you know. Yeah. Anyway.
Huh. Another possibility is Russian Far East, and he got Yakusha.
Yeah, I think we can narrow it down and say it's most likely, by far, that they are in the Russian Far East area in North America. It's where they are. It's just how did they expand? If Mkonyn or if Evandariel is in Russian Far East, that might make the most sense for his expansion. No, it's still as bad. It's still rough. You take Chukotka, and no, I guess it's okay. You take Chukotka last. You take Kamchatka before that. And then you have leftovers to take New Siberian Islands next turn. Your leftovers move back to Khabarovsk. And the Elky Plateau 4 it's still, ugh, I don't know what you do for that. It's hard. I don't know how he would do this. Well, oh yeah. Why am I worrying about leftovers? They have time. They went to Taiwan with so much that other turn. He has time to move these leftovers back.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm making such a big issue of the leftovers. Okay. 11. Okay, so he had time to gather them up and then go, okay. Alright, that makes more sense. Or if he was in Canada, group them up.
Okay, well, I think one of them is in the Russian Far East Yakusha area, the other guy is somewhere in North America. He may not have been able to finish his other bonus. It's possible that Evandariel couldn't quite finish it. Although I think we have to assume that he has 11 income.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you need to take South India. I clearly need to blockade. Oh, excuse me. I either need to blockade North Mexico or Baja. I prefer North Mexico.
Yeah, you've got room to do it in North Mexico this turn. Yeah, I can take South India from you.
The reason I want to do North Mexico is because it gives me opportunities to come up through West US and just to stay alive if he somehow manages to eliminate me.
Yeah.
I want to leave that opportunity open. I mean, just in case. I'd rather have the availability to make use of Baja.
So I'm thinking that it's time that I go through Ural and Siberia to threaten Yakusha, though. Because we know that they're
go through Ural
almost certainly not in Africa.
Yes, do that, clearly. Go through Gulf of Ab and Tamar, because those are both 2s, very easy to get through. Check on Yakusha. Other than that, definitely take South India. I would say if Mkonyn's only got 7 income, it's not that big a deal. I'll be okay in Brazil and southern South America. I just need to make sure he doesn't have the opportunity to take one of these spots.
Yeah.
Like Caribbean guys, I'm not sure what to do with them because they're. The good news is he does have to sort of get himself out of position to take Caribbean, because he would have to take with at least 7, or I guess 6, to Caribbean islands to get rid of them. And if he did that, that's less guys to go to Amazonas, meaning my stack I'm going to centralize in Bolivia. My stack in Bolivia would be very powerful. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it lots. Let's take that. Take that. Take that. Not that you can take it anyway. Let's do transfer only. Okay.
Yeah, there's guys in Caribbean. I don't know. You could. You have a possibility of going to South Mexico and preventing him from not knowing about the blockade. In that case, it might make him continue fighting over there more than he needs to. Or his big stack in Venezuela might just ignore it
and go to Amazonas. That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, it's like it depends on what he wants to do. If he splits up his stack in southern Mesoamerica, then the right move for me is to go to South Mexico. On the other hand, if he keeps his stack together in southern Mesoamerica, it's stupid for me to go to South Mexico. I mean, he'll just kill it. So I'm not sure. Part of me thinks he'll just keep keep his stack together, going to South Mexico. And the reason why I think that is because he knows I have space in Brazil and South America in general. I have space. I don't need to necessarily confront his stack with my stack. So he should realize I have an opportunity to play stuff in South Mexico without dying in South America. And if he sees that, then he should want to just hit it with everything. Because at the very worst, he's still getting a good ratio of kills.
Yeah.
The Caribbean guys, we're probably worrying about them too much. He's probably just going to get first move again and kill me, because based on my luck in this game,
Yeah.
I'm not ever going to get first move again. Never going to happen. I can't buy a first move. It's just sad. Although, well, I guess I've got first move when it doesn't matter. There we go. I can say I've got first move when it's completely irrelevant to get first move. That's great.
Congratulations.
Such you value. Just keep backing up your stack in Borneo. And
yeah, I'm sending it to Borneo first move this turn, trying to deny him any knowledge.
Good idea. Make him think you're working in Australia. That would be fantastic. And then take Southern Africa. And we can consider, once you get Southern Africa, we can consider you taking the Azores in a single turn, because you'll have 18 income to work with.
True. Yeah. If like there's no one in Central Yakut playing, or after I break that bonus, then definitely, yeah. But next turn I'm going to be putting most of my income to hit Tamir Peninsula with a stack.
You don't need to, but yeah, I could see that.
Maybe not a giant stack, but I think I'm going to be using half my income over there, at least.
I could see that. Yeah, I was considering going into Congo, but there's no need to go into Congo. Just because it's much more likely they're in Yakutia. It's very probable they aren't even in Africa at all, so just check on Yakutia in Russian Far East. Okay. What would suck is if Evandariel finished Congo this turn. And then it's like, well, poopy. We're screwed.
Yep.
Well, not screwed, but we're not in the best spot possible here. Ugh. He's got North India threatening to take all of South Asia.
Okay, well, I just committed.
Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to attack Venezuela last to move, just in case he ignores it entirely. I'm not going to go back to South Mexico, because I do anticipate him keeping the stack together. The most I expect he'll do is maybe hit Colombia from southern Mesoamerica with something small, but I expect he'll keep the majority of it together.
Well, if he does that, he would hit it with at least 3.
Yeah.
So, in the event that he does that, you going to South Mexico is not necessarily bad.
True.
But I could see it either way. He could, he might do whatever.
He might do whatever, man. I mean, he could do whatever. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm done. This is pretty simple. I've committed.
Okay, turn to advance.
Terminated.